Hello, today I will be doing a review of the LEGO Ninjago 71741. It is a very big set that weighs 6 kilos and is 73 centimeters tall. I will be starting the review from the bottom up, one floor at a time. Where did this come from? Oh, it came from up here. I'll be starting from the bottom up for the review. First, on the ground floor, there's not much to see here, but there is a lot of detail and quite more than you would expect from a normal LEGO set. I will start with the shops. The first shop is a little cafe kind of style shop. There's a balcony here, so you can look out over the water. There's a door here, so you can go inside. Another door here. But the inside, it's okay. There could be more, but there are already 2 doors here, which take up a lot of space. And besides, there is a fair amount of detail in here. Right down here, we have a little sink using a half-cylinder piece. A half-cylinder 2x2 piece. These corner pieces and a tap piece. It actually looks pretty nice. Above that are some ingredients. There are more ingredients over here and some seasoning. There's a big pot and a little bowl. So there's a pot and a bowl there. There's some awning over here created with the book cover piece. On the outside again, there's some details of stickers here, and there's a counter here created with the book piece, and that's the book cover piece. Over here, there's a little recipe, well, not a recipe, a menu, here created with a sticker. If you look closely, you can see the photos. This looks like a cup of noodles, a plate of dumplings, and a bowl of who knows what. Over here is a little light next to the balcony. More awnings here, created with the car hood piece and some of these slope pieces. The next shop is actually a place where Roman lives now. Here is a set of scales. There's a little trophy cup thing with a tooth inside. On the other side of the shop, there's a little wooden head with a top hat and a mustache. Over here, there's a trident. However, on the shelf is a pack of trading cards. There are 2 of them, in fact. If I can get them out. Here on this one is one of the skeleton characters, and on here is a snake. These can be found throughout most of all the Ninjago City sets, except there are different trading cards, so yeah. I'm pretty sure these are the only ones in this set. Back in the shelf. Now there's something in this shop which you can probably see very clearly, but underneath the floor is a little secret kind of thing. If you open up this, you see all this. There are some daggers here, a gold trophy, and some gold bars. But what you can't see under here is a box. A box with a ninja bunny on it. If you open it up, you can see a green piece under here. Now, the things I like about this floor, the ground floor, is the water. Of course, all the city sets have the same style of water, but this feels like a bit different. It has a bit more plants. It just has more of a garden feeling. It is city gardens after all, so I would expect it to have more plants. See, plants, plants, more plants. Plants, 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 plants. Here there's a little flower, a pink frog, a nice little table here, and there's even a sewage drain here with water coming out of it, using the power blast piece and a robot arm in there. Another part, well, it's kind of part of the ground floor, but it's actually a separate build which can come off. It's attached to this with Technic pins. So there's two bridges here, a little temple, and a memorial for Zane, which is an Easter egg to one of the Ninjago seasons, where he sacrifices himself, even though he comes back later on. There are some plants here. There are also some slopes here. The only part I don't like about this set are these bridges here. They seem a bit lazy because they don't have any railings. And LEGO has done this many, many times before. What I do like about this part of the set are these lily pads, but strangely enough, this area doesn't have them. But that's okay. Because another thing I like about the ground floor is this little island here with a tree created with a single tree branch piece. And there's some very good part usage here, with the claw pieces used as leaves and the beanie used as a big stone. There are lots and lots of plants here. There's some here, more around here as well. And it is the LEGO Ninjago City Garden, so it has to have plants. A few other things I'd like to point out are this frog, the pink one sitting by the water, a little flower here. There's the bird up in this nest over here, and a tree. There's also a little table here, and that's what I like about the ground floor. Moving on to the next floor, we have two residential homes. The first one is home to a LEGO Ninjago fan. I figured that out by just looking at what this person owns. Look at the bed with all the ninjas on it, the poster outside that says Ninjago. I mean, it is pretty good now. So, it's kind of obvious that it is home to a Ninjago fan. Let's see, up here we have some little models. There's a model tree here, some rocks, model rocks. Down there is something. You may never know what it is. Here there's a lava lamp. There's a nice bed here with stickers on it to represent ninjas on there. There's also a light here which hangs from one of these sword pieces, and there's a gem here showing the light. Out here is a holographic-like poster that says Ninjago, and there's a picture of a ninja on it. These windows are actually 3 studs wide, which is slightly unusual, but they are a thing. Here, more windows, basic awning, not much here, just some cheese slopes here. This, more awning, except this is slightly different. These are using modified 1x3 plates with 2 studs on them. and you put them upside down, they look like this. And they actually work pretty well. Under here are some flowers, curtains back here. You can kind of see the curtains. They look pretty good. And a nice window style there. On to the next building. You can look inside and see that this building is mostly a balcony, just one really big balcony. There are some old photos there, a statue, a teapot, a teacup, another teacup, and some nice railings. Again, there's some roof tiles here, using an upside down modified 2x2 piece. If you look in here, you can see that the ladder here from this level, you can climb up that ladder and end up at this level, go out here and sit on the balcony. Inside, behind the door, is a little flower here next to a window. On the outside of the building is a Technic brake piece for motorcycles. It actually is pretty round and it fits in nicely, just for some decoration. You can push it out, but that has no use. Not really anyway. As you can see, it's attached to a few robot arms and another one of these pieces here. Around on the other side of the building are some pipes. Not much else here. That's it for the first floor and the ground floor. On to the next. The second floor and the big balcony. It's very hard to put on because of the way the tree is attached, but it works in the end. Around the outside of this balcony are some advertisements. If you look around, you can see most other Ninjago city sets have them. There are advertisements along here, all in the Ninjago language. Not all of them are in that language though. There are some English ones, like the one here that says toy, and a few other things. I was able to translate some signs, not the ones on this level of course, but there are a few I was able to translate. And not all of these are in the Ninjago language, remember? This one over here says toy. So not all of them are in Ninjago, like the one here and a few other things. I'll start with this shop first. It's a location Lego has never done before. It's Chen's Noodle Shop. There's a little smiley face here, made of this piece and two noodle bowls. On the inside is the menu up here. If you look closely, you might be able to see sushi, some cakes, noodles. Back here is a little pan. And here is a table with two seats. Slightly awkward, but you can make some minifigures fit in there. There's a nice lamp here. There's also a statue there. On the outside are these flowers. On the outside are some flowers here, and this, so more roofs here, and some flowers, more windows. Lots of windows actually. The outside looks very nice and kind of professional actually. Like these pillars look like something you would see outside a very expensive movie theater. There's some. The roof out here is made of sausages and these clip pieces, so it is very fragile and comes apart easy. It looks pretty okay though, considering the fact that it's made of sausages. Here is an air conditioner on the outside. There are some pipes here leading to it, a poster, table, bin, and a robot out here. Moving along, we have an ice cream shop here called Ice Planet. I went into the trouble of translating that. There's a penguin here and a sign that says open. Inside, as you can see, there's a little bench there with some ice cream on it. On the inside, there's some ice cream, what could be seasoning, 2 cups, and a glass. There's a worker in here with some ice cream, spoon, and if you move him out, you can see all the ice cream flavors there, and a stack of cones here, 2 colors, this color and the tan color. There's not much else in here apart from this poster. On the outside, there's a lot of detail, starting with the roof here. It's made of a bunch of butcher's knives and it looks pretty good. Down here, there are this roof is made of game controllers here, all stuck onto one piece. Outside here is a dropped ice cream, which is kind of sad, but there's the ice cream cone and there's a heart piece there to represent the melting ice cream. Around here, there's an air conditioner. There's some stairs here and a sign over here that says museum, which is exactly what the next floor is. We'll be moving on to that very soon. Around here is the top of the tree we looked at earlier, and it says 10 years of Ninjago there. 10 years Ninjago. And this area is actually a balcony-like place. So if you remove this and decide to put it like the city or city docks here, you can remove this area. You can just remove this. You have to move a few things, but once you remove this, you can put this next to almost any modular set. So it is very easy to move and very mobile. You can put it to next to a modular set or any other Ninjago set. Any other Ninjago city set. There's not much else on this floor, so we'll move on to the next. The next floor is a museum. It's very big and it takes up quite a bit of space compared to a few of the other levels. There's a tiny little house here and next to this big museum. On the outside, there's another one of these holographic signs on here with a dragon, some katanas here, and shurikens. There's a crab here. Over on this side, there's another one of these balconies which you can remove. It's also held on with Technic pins. There are some flower pots here, more flower pots over there. On the other side, even more flowers. This person must really like flowers. On the inside, there are 2 lights here. There's one of those art paintings. There's another bed over here, a little plant, and a tiny radio / TV thing here. On the outside over here, there is a telescope over here. There's a telescope here, and if you move this side, you can see a little keypad entry thing. Now over here are some gold railings, but what's really interesting is this poster. If you take this poster off, it's very hard to do it, but you can. When you do, and take the poster off, you can see a crack. You can see a crack in this wall. If you push that out, you can go right into the museum. Now inside the museum is this little shelf here, compass, a little statue there, lots of lights, a post a picture of Wu, Master Wu, more pictures here, and a big model of Destiny's Bounty. There's also a security camera here and on the other side. Moving on to this area, there are two little photos here, a reception desk, there's a little gem here, and there are some more models and items here as well. Now, onto the next and almost the last floor. We have a little Zen garden. We also have a skylight for the museum over here. And over here we have the first floor of the Ninja Side Out. Come on. I'll start with the Zen garden. Inside is a little table with a plant on here. The roof up here is made out of chest pieces. If you open up the roof, you can see a pair of old roller skates and a very old helmet with the old style of Lego helmets. On the outside we have a safe here. If you open it up, inside is a little blue cheese slope. Moving over here, we have some grass, stone here, not much else there. Over here we have a little hover bike made with the moped piece and a few other interesting pieces, like these fins here and these jewels here used as thrusters. There's an antenna on the back as well. Here is a little cherry blossom tree covering up the museum skylight. If we move the tree up a bit and take out this, you can see a little dragon thing here, a white one, which could be a reference to past sets, maybe even a more recent one like the Skull Sorcerer's Dragon. Now here is where things start to get very interesting. We have a big koi fish model here. After all the other sets had animals, so why can't this have an animal? It's not circle though, like all the others. Here we have a telescope, more interesting part usage, with the tap piece here. Now, on the inside, we have a little armchair here, which you can turn around. There's a picture here, and a TV. There's also a coat hanger which is used to hang up a beanie. The railings here are using the Brickhead's glasses piece. Here, we have a ladder that can move up and down using this gear here. And we have another advertisement with a nice Space Police reference here. There are two more advertisements. This shark one for a movie and another movie one. In here though is something more interesting which I would like to talk about. This arcade machine. And then it uses these as buttons and this is a joystick. There's this Great Devourer reference here, with a picture of a blue Great Devourer or a random snake or dragon, and there's what looks like Kai in white gloves. If you push this down, he moves up. It works better if it's on a flat surface. It's actually very smooth. You push it down, he moves up. There are some stickers on the side, and that's it for this. Moving on to the next floor. I like to call these two as one floor because they're super small. So down here we have the two advertisements I showed you earlier. They're hidden in this floor. We also have a suit for Jay if he ever wants to suit up again. Next Next level is also part of the Ninja hideout. It's a really tall tower. If you open up the top here, you can see Zane inside here with a computer here as well. Closing this up, we have some satellites here. Not satellites, but some satellite dishes and a big antenna here. So, that's the set. Now we should look at the minifigures. Pause the video. So, now we'll be having a quick look at the minifigures. I'll go through them one by one very quickly. First one is a limited edition collectible golden Woo minifigure. He has his stuff as usual, golden beard, golden hat, his normal face. There's nothing special at the back. If I remove his staff and the beard, you might be able to see better. It's very tricky to see. Here, the lens are pretty normal. This all looks very normal, but what doesn't look normal is the white here. He is supposed to be 100% golden because of this. So the white stands out a bit, but you can't really see it with the beard on. That's his normal face there. And he has no alternate face because there's nothing covering the back of his head. He has a stand here that says 10 years of Ninjago there. Very basic. He stands on these two studs here. Not much to it. Next minifigure is May. She has a white clothes. They're falling over. He has white clothes, white torso printing, white everything. Again, nothing special. Most of these minifigures are very normal. And then we have the mechanic. He looks kind of ridiculous now because he needs to carry this. And if I move him forward any further, he'll just fall over, so he looks kind of ridiculous and not threatening at all. He has dual molded pants with black fur boots, grey pants, torso printing, pretty normal. You can see there's some detail here where he has the metal arm. It's in gold now. No printing on his legs. You can see more torso printing, nothing special. Also, no alternate face. You can see his face is pretty much the same as usual. Not much different. Next, we have the mechanic assistant, Cece. She's holding a gem. The dual molded hat and hair combo, it looks pretty good. She has the standard Lego City rubber face. Normal jeans, normal jacket. Nothing special here. And then we have Ronin. Again, nothing special. Not many of these minifigures are special. Also, he has no alternate face. More torso printing. It's not super normal. And the minifigures only get worse. Look, just normal jacket, normal face, normal jacket again. This time Urban J is holding a flower. And he does have an alternate face. So the headpiece is normal. So is the hairpiece. Then we have Urban Nia. She has a leather jacket, no printing on the legs. Not also printing. And an alternate face. So it's all very normal. All standard. And now we have the not so many figures. This is just Jay's costume. Special. Statue of Zane. Very plain, no printing. And we have a statue of Chen from Chen's Noodle Shop. The legs are backwards because he has to sit like this. And then another kind of minifigure is Scoop and a shovel. It's a very interesting build though, quite fun. There are roller skate pieces here, builder's hat, and this is using the baby pouch for the head. Baby pouch here. Now back to the normal minifigures. We have Clutch Powers. He has a satchel here. Again, nothing else. He does have an alternate face where you can see he's not wearing the eye patch. The eye patch is there just for show. Then we have Zane. Pretty normal. The minifigures aren't that good. We have Kai. Again, very normal. We have young Lloyd and his very weird haircut. I wish they chose another haircut, but that's what he has. There's nothing I can do about it. That's the most accurate and it's the most weird. He also has an alternate face, so he's scared. It's the same face as well as normal. Next we have Misako. Nothing special. Very normal. You can see past the hair. And there is an alternate face. They all look very similar though. So I'd say the alternate face isn't worth it. Next we have Aline holding a pretzel. Again, everything's so normal. Like you can find this shirt, this torso in lots of Lego City sets. No alternate face here. Then we have Kato, his suitcase. There's nothing inside here. Phone. We have the hair. Standard overalls. Navy blue trousers. There is no alternate face. There is one. And we have Hi, the worker at the ice cream shop. There's a spoon, ice cream, normal hat, and finally, I'm pretty sure this is new. So finally something special. The new torso print for him. It looks pretty good. I actually like it. Then we have Irvin Cole. There's a picture of a towel on his jacket. On the back it says tour with what might be a list of names. He's holding a game controller which came out during the Prime Empire season from Ninjago. Then we have Teaser and his dog. Blue beanie. Standard dog. He's holding a tape for a tape recorder. Don't know why. He just has one. And then we have Christina. It says Lloyd on the back of the torso. And no alternate face. Actually no, there is an alternate face. Just a link. That's all the minifigures and the not so minifigures. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.